welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and I am the owner and founder of the Eclectic Witch Box. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So basically on this channel I talk about my business, which is a monthly subscription box. It is $30 a month. You get a mystery box. I do themed monthly boxes. Those ship out on the 5th, in between the 15th and the 17th of every month. So if you want this month's box, your last day to buy it is on the 10th of this month. Any purchases after the 10th of this month will go to the next month. So this video is going to be basically about how I learned tarot, which decks I use, and just to kind of go over my tarot journey. So how I started learning tarot is I went to my local metaphysical store, Nature's Treasures in Midwest City, Oklahoma, which is where I'm from. And I basically went up to the front clerk, and this was at the very beginning of my witchy journey, and was like, I want to learn how to read tarot, help. Point me into the best learner deck that you guys have. And she showed me the Easy Tarot deck. I don't know the illustrator or who made it because I don't have the box anymore. I've had this deck for quite a while. I do want to show you guys the deck though. It is beautiful. I do want to say when I first got it, I was not 100% drawn to it because I just wanted to learn tarot, and it was very new on my witchy journey. I didn't realize how important it was to feel drawn to your deck. So I kind of fudged that up. But when I tell you it was like a slow burn, I felt super attached to it the more I worked with the deck, and now this deck is absolutely stunning to me and I wish that I could still use it. Unfortunately, I took it with me on my honeymoon to New Orleans, and I just felt the energy of the city in New Orleans, and I wanted to read for my husband. I also had felt the alcohol and the buzz of the city and was a little too turnt and lost a card, unfortunately, so I don't actually practice with this deck anymore. I don't read it anymore. I actually Googled, because I was so new into my journey, on if you could still read a deck with missing a single card. I was only missing one card, which was Queen of Cups, which is super adorable because I was in New Orleans on my honeymoon, so I thought that was adorable. But basically they're like, could you read a book without an entire chapter in it? So you can still read it, you can kind of make things out, but it's not the same. You're still missing something. So I stopped practicing with this deck, and I'm very sad about it because it was my first deck and I would love to still have the entire thing intact. But let me just kind of show you how beautiful the illustration and the artwork is on here. It's absolutely stunning. I have no idea how I did not feel drawn to this deck, even with the artwork. I just didn't feel drawn to it, and I have no idea why until later on in my practice. And then I really started to appreciate how beautiful it is. Like, it's stunning. So yeah, if you literally Google Easy Tarot deck, this will pop up. This is the artwork. It came with a thick book that I did try to read start to finish. It was very difficult for me to do that. I'm not that kind of a learner. I'm an avid reader, and I do read a lot, but reading and practicing something are very different things for me. So that wasn't my learning style, was to just read it. I learn best when I'm actively practicing. So when I was starting to learn tarot, I went on biddytarot.com and I signed up for her tarot deck course, and I also went on Sisters Enchanted and learned from their tarot throwdown. So when I first started working, I learned to protect your energy. I'm extremely empathical and empathetic person, so I want to protect my energy when I'm reading for somebody. So I have this crystal here that I practice with. I either have it in the room when I'm reading or directly in front of me, in between me and the person that I'm reading for, because I want to protect my energy. People can be extremely draining whether they mean to or not. You just want to make sure that you're protected and you protect your vibe at all time, because it can be very wearing. This crystal is specifically for me to do readings and protection. It does not have to be this big. It can be a little pebble. It doesn't matter. Your intention is what really matters. I'm a little extra, so I have this beautiful clear quartz. You can use any protective stone for that. So that was my first deck. I also know a lot of people say this is not something that I 100% agree on, that you should have your tarot decks gifted to you. I'm not one of those people. I think if you feel drawn to the deck, buy it. Like, I mean, are you gonna just never practice if nobody ever buys you a tarot deck? That's just not something that I personally think. It's just not something that I feel is a thing. So this deck I actually got from one of my coworkers. She's actually been my friend for like almost 10 years. We're going, well, yeah, dang, 8 years, almost 10 years. We've been really good friends. She's on the same witchy path as I am. We have different witchy aesthetics, but that's still my A1 day one. And she got me this. She drew me for Secret Santa. She got me this beautiful freaking deck. It is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Look at that. So beautiful. And one of the coolest things, so freaking cool because it's a coffin. It comes with this super adorable book. I've not really dove much into this deck yet because I still have a lot to learn with the current decks I have. But this deck gives me Addams Family vibes and I'm here for it. It's so freaking cool. Like, look at that. Literally Addams Family. I love it. Shout out Kayla. Oh, I didn't even get to show you one of the coolest things is look at the side. Straight gold. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. If you guys follow me on TikTok, this is the deck that I do all of my videos in. So freaking cute. She nailed it with that. I love it. It's definitely different from my other ones. I have a lot of watercolored decks, so this is like way different and I'm obsessed. My number one deck that I am obsessed with and cannot read is, first off, let me give a little backstory on this. I've been looking for this deck forever, like forever. It took me 2 months to find it, and then when I finally found it, they were trying to sell it for $300 on freaking eBay, and I was like, I'm not buying this, and I don't know why. I just felt like it was bad juju. It was like, no. And then I did find it on freaking Amazon France, and I was like, fuck it, buying it. I don't care if I can't read it. And I'm so happy that I still got it. So I don't know if this artist or whoever makes these puts out limited decks, but God, it was so hard to get. But look how freaking beautiful. It is the Luminia deck. It is stunning. I'm sure you can see why it took me forever to get this deck. It is stunning. Like, let me open it and show you. First off, it's like magnetic. This whole freaking box is beautiful. I have a whole tattoo planned around just this box. Yes, the freaking book. Big ol' thick book, all French. Can't read it. I'm gonna learn French just to read it. And obviously the culture, but oh, it's so beautiful. And I just got lipstick all over it. So yeah, there's the deck. Gorgeous little ribbon to pull it out. And let me just show you guys the freaking artwork. It is, I know I keep saying it's stunning, but it's stunning. Look at the back of the cardstock, first off. Beautiful. Look how freaking, like, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. God, it's so gorgeous. I'm sorry, this video is probably so boring if you're not into tarot, but God, it's so gorgeous. I could literally go through every single card and show you how beautiful this deck is. It's so beautiful. I feel like a broken freaking record. So yes, that is my number one deck that I cannot read. Okay, so the last deck that I have to show you guys is actually the deck that I do practice with every day, all the time. It is, a lot of you guys know this deck, but it is the Lightseer deck. It is gorgeous, and I really was drawn to this deck because it's extremely diverse. I mean, the girl on the cover literally reminds me of me. It's just so relatable, so diverse. I just get like very good warm and fuzzy vibes. The cardstock's absolutely like good quality, and it's just great. Comes with this deck, or sorry, this deck book. And just look how beautiful the artwork is. You can tell they put all, oh, I'm sorry, it's upside down. They put all kinds of like love into these cards. Like, everybody's represented, and I really appreciated that. Like, so stunning. I know I keep saying that, but like, I just felt so drawn to it. Gorgeous, gorgeous cards. So this is the card deck that I practice with the most. I feel like it's very easy for me to read, understand, and feel drawn to this deck. So, I don't know. I just really love this deck. I don't see me not practicing with this deck. My goal is to eventually only be using these two. I don't know which deciding factor on which is what. I feel like the Lightseer is more of my soul, so I'll probably always use that for personal purposes, but I definitely want to learn how to use the French deck that I have. It would be amazing if I can get it in English, but I'm actually, this is so hilarious, but I've always been drawn to Paris and France, all that stuff. I have decorations all over my house that pertain to it, so I feel like it was kind of fate. But yes, those are my deck. The artwork is beautiful. For people that are new wanting to learn how to read tarot, I would say you could find a lot of free material on YouTube on how to read tarot. I eventually want to, you know, do a class, like make my own how to read tarot class. That would be amazing. I also want to do that for astrology and reading birth charts. But for now, I definitely don't have that. So for free, if you're wanting to learn how to read tarot for free, I would definitely check out YouTube. There's endless information out there on YouTube and Google. If you're actually like me, I'm a Virgo sun, so I am a psycho when it comes to being a perfectionist. So when I want to learn something, I want to learn it correctly and completely. So I took the Biddy Tarot, and I also took the Tarot Throwdown from Sisters Enchanted. So Biddy Tarot is amazing. She breaks it down for you to where it's completely understandable. The Tarot Throwdown from Sisters Enchanted is a different take on things. It takes you more into the intentional reading kind of things, and there's a lot of good information there. So you definitely should check both of them out if you're wanting more of a curriculum attempt to things and more of a systematic attempt to things. But YouTube's a great resource. There's lots of websites out there. Just read the book that the tarot deck came from. If you're like me, I'm a psychopath for memorizing, and it just didn't stick for me, unfortunately. That way, being a Virgo, I just didn't feel connected, and I intuitively read. And these classes, these curriculums really did help. I did want to show you guys, so I'm sure you guys noticed maybe my little beanie. And I do have ball caps that will be available soon. If you guys are interested in purchasing these, please let me know down below. I'm working on that if you have any suggestions. Also comment down below. I'm going to be making t-shirts too. I have two t-shirts. I have a black one and a red one, but they're not for sale yet. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.